Another one.
Blaming AI, artificial intelligence, and ATS. That's the stuff that they use for resume tracking, whatever, for job rejections. So this person sounds like a recruiter who is who's upset that people keep blaming AI and the ATS for job rejections. Let me see I always forget what ATS stands for. ATS stands for resume. ATS. What does ATS stand for? Applicant tracking system. So blaming AI, artificial intelligence, and applicant tracking system for job rejections. All right. So let's get into this question. I am so over people blaming AI or the ATS for being rejected. I hate the large amount of misinformation that artificial intelligence has somehow been widely adopted seemingly overnight and is rejecting candidates even though they're a perfect fit, in quotations, a perfect fit for the role because it's in cahoots with the ATS. Like, I get it. The job market is so... and it's frustrating, and I suppose we all need a scapegoat, but the amount of blatant misinformation about hiring ATS and AI is wackadoo. Like, I use certain AI in certain aspects of my job functions, but not to screen candidates or reject them. So here it is. Here it is. Let's start a timer. All right. So do you know how many people I come across who say that they've been rejected for a job or they've been ghosted? Or, I mean, if you're not even responded to, are you ghosted? No, I think you need to be spoken to in order to be ghosted. It's like, let's say you see someone that you might be interested on Instagram and you send them a little private message and they never even read your message. They never even acknowledged your message. Are you ghosted or were you just like totally ignored? Huh? That's what the people want to know. That's what I want to know. I digress. So, but how many times do you see people say, I was like, this was my dream job. I was perfectly qualified for this job, for this role. And I heard nothing. I got to like the first round of the interview and then they said they would call me back in 3 days and then they never contacted me, all of that stuff. Right. So this recruiter though is saying it is not the fault of AI or the applicant tracking system. It's like, it's not me. It's you. And guess what? For the most part, I agree with this recruiter. Here's a big part of the problem. I believe that 90% of jobs that are applied for, the person applying for it doesn't even come close. They don't even come within like 50% of the requirements, if that. And that's being generous. But they're going to apply. And now you're going to have these jobs be flooded with people applying that don't qualify. So now the ATS is working overtime trying to filter. And it's not the ATS that rejects, but it's going to make some recommendations though. And if you are a perfect fit for the role, then you should pretty much be a match. It's like going on one of those dating profiles and you're not matching. It's not showing you anybody who you would be interested in. I'm just saying. So for some strange reason, it seems like, and trust me, I have no idea about the dating market because I haven't dated in forever, right? But it seems like from all the complaints that I hear, the job market is very, very similar to the dating market. Bruh. Say it ain't so. And then it makes it worse when you actually do get a job and then you try to find love on the job. Anyhow, I continue to digress. But I say that when it comes to job searching, you have to be very, very strategic. Very strategic. It's so important to be strategic, and there is no possible way that a recruiter is going to be able to, and I think Victor Williams just said it right now, it's impossible to screen thousands of applicants. right? Without some type of, you see, I'm going to read this comment right now. I think it's impossible to screen thousands of applicants for some of these roles without some automated filtering based on what the company is looking for. And you're totally right. It's impossible. So, and what a lot of people do is they just have one set standard resume, and then they just blast it to every single job that they can find. And the job description doesn't match what they're, so here's what's gonna happen, right? If the job that you're looking for that you're applying for doesn't match what your resume says, then you're gonna get filtered out, of course. But people don't want to spend the time, because here's what can also happen, right? You can spend the time and you can update your resume and all that stuff, cater it to a particular job and still not get responded to. And I'm pretty sure people have done that. And then when they don't get any response, they're like, you know what, forget this. I'm just going to blast my resume. And it's still a lose situation. I think that people in general, they don't know how. Looking for a job is also a skill now, a art, a talent. Because back in the days, we're actually talking about this at work today. Back in the days, before you had where you can mass apply online, write a script to apply for a bunch of jobs, you would have to go into a company with your resume in hand and say, hi, I'd like to put in a job application. And you might have to go to a bunch of companies and say, sorry, we're not hiring, sorry, we're not hiring, sorry, we're not hiring. Until you finally say, okay, yeah, just leave your resume here, and then they might call you back. But now, especially like, and what Victor is saying, those thousand applicants, they're on the remote jobs. And so how many people say, you know what, it is remote or nothing? It is remote. So now, instead of going to a hybrid role or a local role where you could have a smaller competition pool, you say, no, this is what it has to be. And now you're competing against thousands of applicants for the same job, and your resume sucks. Respectfully, your resume sucks, and you don't have the skills, you don't have the qualifications, but because you love the benefits of the job, you're a perfect fit for the role. It's not about your skills and your qualifications. It's because, oh my God, they have unlimited PTO. Oh my God, they give you a bonus. Oh my God, I can work from home. And guess what? I can work from the beach. I can be sitting on the beach with my laptop, and I can just be working on the beach, listening to the ocean and stuff like that. This is my dream job. I am a perfect fit for this role. No. This role is a perfect fit for me. Bruh. You know, and that's what it ends up with. You have to be super focused, targeted on what you want, how you're going to get it, who you're going to reach out to, what are you going to put on your resume, how you're going to reach out to people that can put you in that position to get that position that you want. You know, so many things go into it, but many people, just like in everyday life, they do the bare minimum, and then they wonder why they don't get results. And then we hear the good old call to Nate. It says, I'm in a bind, Nate. It is what it is. And, oh my God, I am so excited. Guess what? We just got a dislike on this video. You know you've made it when you get a dislike. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. But anyways, that is our question on the blaming AI and the ATS. And on that note, let's wrap that question up.
Living in this chaos, I can see it clear. People slacking off, I can feel the fear. Trying to make it big, but they just playing games. While I'm busting my ass, they just chasing fame. What's the point of grinding if you don't hold it down? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. Don't want lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let this trick slip, let's break those chains. Got my eyes on the prize, but it's looking real grim. When you ask for the truth, they pretend it's a whim. Success ain't a joke, man, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So why you out here fronting, drowning in your fears? We all want the glory, but do we want the grind? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let the dream slip, let's break those chains. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let the streets slip, let's break those chains. But let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Got my eyes on the prize, but it's looking real grim. When you ask for the truth, they pretend it's a whim. Success ain't a joke, man, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So why you out here fronting, drowning in your fears? We all want the glory, but do we want the grind? We want the glory, but do we want the grind? Yeah. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. If we really want it, it starts with me and you. Yeah. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. If we really want